Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shrudasmriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Samartha Jana Kalyane Naratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Pranadosmyam. So we have been studying Vivekachudamani, and we studied up to 10th sloka. We will go to 11th sloka. Before that, we'll catch up what he has studied so far. The first sloka, Sankaracharya begins with the salutation to his Guru Govinda, Bhagavad Pada, the Supreme Bliss, and the Jagat Guru, who is beyond the reach of the senses, but known through Vedanta. In the second sloka, he points out how rare the human birth is. And even further rare, spiritual maturity for a person is even more rare. Then after that only knowledge of the scriptures will come. Then the discrimination between self and the non-self and abidance in Brahman are all very rare and comes only through great merit. In Sloka 3 he says, there are three things that is rare to be obtained. He says God's grace, it happens by God's grace, that human birth, then the desire of moksha, then the association with the great Guru. These things are, he points out that it is very rare. In the 4th to 7th sloka, and he is further continuing about the rarity of human birth, and one should not waste their life. It is rare to obtain the human birth, but those who have human birth should not waste the time in worldly attachment. Rituals, worship, wealth, those will not give liberation unless one gains the self-knowledge. And after that, and he talks about a sincere seeker should approach a Guru, giving up all the attachments to outer pleasures, and practice self-inquiry. Karma purifies the mind, but liberation comes only through right inquiry and knowledge, not through mere rituals or other things, charity, bathing in sacred river, pranayama, all those, none of those will give you liberation until self-inquiry happens, and by the grace of a Guru, we understand the path for liberation. Let's see what happens in the 11th sloka. We studied up till 10th sloka, we go to 11th sloka. Chittasya shuddhaye karma nadu vastu upalabdhaye vastu siddhar vicharena na kinchit karma kodipihi. Padacheda Chittasya shuddhaye karma nadu vastu upalabhyate. Vastu siddhi vicharena na kinchit karma kodipi. Anyway, it's like this. Karma chittasya shuddhaye bhavati. Nadu vastu upalabdhaye. Vastu siddhi vicharena bhavati. Karma kodipi kinchit na bhavati. Let's see what meaning of these words. Chittasya shuddhaye karma. Means karma is for purifying the mind. Natu vastu upalabdhye. But karma is not for directly a realization vastu, realizing vastu. It doesn't give you realization. Vastu siddhi vicharena. The realization of the truth comes through vicharena, inquiry. What is that inquiry? One should inquire who I am. Am I this body? Am I this mind? Or all the senses? What is permanent? What is impermanent? What is Atman? What is the body? Subtle body, gross body. So these kinds of thoughts, this kind of inquiry one should have it. Na kinchit karma kodipihi. Even by doing so many karmas, realization will not happen. So simple meaning. Karma is useful for purification of mind, but not for direct realization of the truth. Realization of the self is attained through inquiry and discrimination, not by even millions of rituals or actions. In next sloka he says, Samyak vicharada siddha reju tattvavadharana prantodita mahasarva bhaya dukkha vinashini. Samyak vicharata siddha reju tattva avadharana Bhranti udita mahasarva bhaya dukkha vinashini. Anvaya Samyak vicharata siddha reju tattva avadharana Bhranti udita mahasarva bhaya dukkha vinashani bhavati. Samyak vicharataha. Samyak means perfectly, properly. Vicharata means thinking. You're thinking correctly. And discriminate right and wrong, true and false. Reju tattva avadharana. Seeing a rope, one misunderstanding and understanding that it is a snake. How did that fear from the snake will go away? It will go away only by seeing the rope in light, correctly. In a dim light, someone was passing by and then saw a rope laying on the road and thought it is snake. Immediately he started worrying. He was afraid of the snake. Started running away from the snake. How would that fear go away? Only way to remove the fear is to see the rope in a clear light. That's what he is talking about. Reju tattva avadharana. Bhaya dukkha vinashani. By seeing the rope correctly, in a proper light, then you will get rid of your fear. Because of that mistake, fear arises. The snake was never really there. But fear, by the fear, you feel that is real. Similarly, your body, mind and ego as I, because the mind increases. Thoughts that I am the body, I am the mind. The reason of thinking that way is because we do not see it correctly. Sankaracharya will take us, how do we see correctly? But the self-knowledge does not come merely through external physical actions. Only by inquiry, who am I? Am I this body? Am I this mind? What is permanent? Who is the witness of all? What happens to all the people who left this world? What is birth and death? One has to inquire. Then only you will get it. Let's see what he's talking about. That's the next one. Adhikaranamāśāste balasittar visheshata upaya deshakaladhyaha sandhyasmin sahakarinaha. Adhikarinam āśāste balasiddhi visheshataha upayaha deshakala adhyaha shanti asmin sahakarinaha. Adhikarinaha means a qualified seeker. Āśāste depends on, or requires. Bhalasiddhi, attain the result. A qualified seeker, one who has purity, faith, discipline, discrimination. Some qualifications required. Then only one will attain the result. What does the result mean? Atma-jnana or moksha. There are methods of practice one should go through before you will be able to understand the difference between the human body, mind, and the Atma. Let's see, he explains it more in details later. Ado vichara kartavyo jijñāsoratma vastunah samāsādya dayasintam gurum brahma viduttamam. Ado vichara kartavyo jijñāsoratma vastunah samāsādya dayasintam gurum brahma viduttamam. Ataha therefore vicharaha kartavyaha, one should start thinking, inquiry, contemplation. Jijñāsaha atma vastunaha, one should inquire to know what is real, the reality of the self. Samasadhya. Samasadhya, one should approach. Having approached samasadhya. Dayasantam gurum. Brahmavid uttamam. It's Visheshnapatam. What type of guru is required? Dayasantam. Uttamam Brahmavid Guru. The Guru should be the best. He should be knower of the Atman. He should be able to realize the truth and can be able to teach very clearly. So Sankaracharya basically says is the self-knowledge should be pursued only by thinking, contemplation. So the seeker should approach a guru, proper guru. Why? Because the truth of Atman is very subtle. We usually identify us with the body, mind complex, and ego. A true guru will remove that confusion. Because Guru does not teach for personal gain. He teaches because out of compassion for the seeker, for the Shishya. A Guru should be Brahmavid, knower of Brahma. Then we can learn it. So what is required? A qualified seeker, number one, then a compassionate guru, then proper inquiry, then path to self-knowledge. With the self-knowledge, you get moksha, get liberation from birth and death. So next one. Medhavi purusho vidvan uhapoha vichakshanaha adhikari atma vidyayam mukta lakshana lakshitaha. Medhavi purushaha vidvan uha apoha vichakshanaha adhikari atma vidyayam ukta lakshana lakshitaha. Anvayam Ukta Lakshana Lakshitaha Medhavi Vidwan Uha Apoha Vichakshanaha Purushaha Atma Vidyayam Adhikari Bhavati. We take a look at a little closer. What is it? Medhavi. Who is a Medhavi? One who has a sharp and very clear intellect. Vidwan. Purushaha. What's a Purushaha here? The one who has the ability, one who has who is a seeker, who want to inquire further, not just eating, mating, sleeping, no, and defending. That everyone does. All the animals does that. Animals do eat, sleep, mate and defend. If human beings also do the same thing, Jintuvat, not any different from a Jintu, an animal. But for a person, it is required, for liberation it is required, he should be able to think further, learn further. Then we come up with Vidwan, he learns, he understands. How does he, then what does he need to do? Uha apoha vichakshanaha. Uha apoha vichakshanaha. He will reason within him. He will take what is correct. What is not correct, he rejects. Then you become adhikari. Atma vidyayam adhikari. So Sankaracharya further says, who is the adhikari? The one who seeks for the self-knowledge, who is the adhikari? Let's see what he says in the next sloka. Vivekino viraktasya samadhi gunashalinaha mumukchoreva hi brahma jijnasa yogyata mata. So who is a Brahma Jijnasi? Who is qualified to become a Brahma Jijnasi? Who is qualified to inquire further into the reality? That's what he is talking about. He says that one should have a viveka. One should be able to discriminate impermanent and permanent. Then one should develop this passion to impermanent things. Get attached to the permanent things. So one should have viveka, one should have vairagya, then one should get samadhi gunaha. So samadhi gunaha, samadhi, it's further he would tell us samadhi shatka sampats. There are 6 gunas. Sama adi means sama and others. But what are they? He is referring to 6 different gunas. They are shama, dema, uparati, tidiksha, shraddha and samadhana. What are they? Sama means control of the mind. Mind should not wander everywhere. And one should be able to control the mind and direct the mind the way one wants to, is to direct it. Not the mind should direct us. We should direct the mind. That one who is able to do has a quality of sama. Then what is dema? Dema is controlling the indriyas. Our senses wants to enjoy pleasure. You control where you know the sense of these pleasures of indriya is going to take us to more attachment to the body. It doesn't give you vairagya. So you control your senses. Then withdrawal from unnecessary activities, which is called uparati. Unnecessary things, worldly things. When you get attached, when you do it, you get attached to it, and your mind gets all bewildered. And then by doing all this, you will get endurance, which is called tidiksha. That endurance is we have slight pain or discomfort to our body. We will not worry about this, because the main goal is something different. The body is a very temporary body. We will not be disturbed. That is titiksha. Then shraddha. Those who have all these qualities so it should have very faith in Guru and Shastra. Then samadhana. Then the mind is peaceful. One point, mind is peaceful. It doesn't wander. That is samadhi shakta sampat. Then mumukshutva. What is mumukshutvam? Ichha. Moksha. Desire. Desire to get liberation. These are the 4 qualifications. What are the 4? Viveka, vairagya, samadhi shakta sambhata, mumukshutva. In the samadhi shakta sambhata, we have 6 qualities. What are they? Shama, dema, uparati, tidiksha, shraddha and samadhana. One more time. Sama, dema, uparati, tidiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. What are they? Sama means control of the mind, Dhamma means control of senses, Uparati is a withdrawal from the unnecessary activities. Tidiksha is endurance, to be able to withstand minor pain and sorrows. And then Shraddha. Shraddha is a faith in Guru and Shastra. Then Shanti, Samadhana. Then the Mokshitam. Siddhata, 4 qualifications. Within the 4, there is Samadhi is 1, considered as 1 when you say 4, but Samadhi has 6 qualifications. Shama, Adi. With the Shama, there is 6 qualifications. These are the qualifications one should have to be able to inquire into the truth of the being. What is the real truth? Then he says, Sadhananyatra chatvari kathitani manishibihi yeshu yatsu eva sannishta yad abhavena na siddhyati. Yad abhavena na siddhyati. That's what he says. Yad abhavena na siddhyati. Sadhanani atra chatvari kathitani manishibihi yeshu satsu eva sannishta yat abhave na siddhyati. Let's see what word by word. I knew it will be like this. Atra abhimanibhihi. Now, atra manishibihi. Manishibihi chatvari sadhanani kathitani. Eshu tasu atra manishibihi chatvari sadhanani kathitani. Eshu satsu eva sannishta siddhyati. Yat apave na siddhyati. We'll look at word by word. Sadhanani, here sadhana is a discipline. That this 4 sadhanani, or samadhi shakta sampata. 6 is discipline, what he is calling sadhanani here. Atra chatvari, the 4 mentioned earlier. Viveka, Vairagya, samadhi shakta sampata, mumukshutva. They are taught by the wise, the great teachers. Only when they are present, and only when sannishta, only by firm abidance in truth, a steady establishment in the Brahman. Yadapave is making it very clear. Yadapave na siddhyati. Without them, one will not be able to move forward, realize the truth. Nitya and Anitya. What is Nitya? What is Anitya? To understand this, one should have these qualifications. That's what he is talking about. Let us summarize what we have so far learned. Then we will conclude today. Shankaracharya says in the first sloka, he is paying obeisance to his Guru, Govinda. Who is Govinda? Is the supreme bliss, is Jagat Guru, who is beyond the reach of senses, but only known through Vedanta. In the second sloka he says, how rare the human birth is. And yet, rare is one who has spiritual maturity. Out of them, only few gain knowledge of the scriptures. Having learned the knowledge of the scriptures, few move forward. They will be able to discriminate between self and non-self. That's Atma and the body. Once you know that, then abidance in Brahman. These are very, very rare. Comes only through merits, punya. That's what he says in the second sloka. Third sloka he says, there are three things that is very rare, only obtained by God's grace. Human birth, out of thousands of birth and death, each jivas takes so many species in the life. Because the results of the karma and your desire at the time of leaving the body, you take a birth again to fulfill the desire, to pay off the debt, the karma bandha, karma dosha, sins that we committed. We born again and again and again and again, and thousands of millions of births. After that, one will get a human body again. And then he says, so that is number one, that is rare to be obtained. Then after the human body, only very rare will get opportunity for more desire for moksha, mumukshutva, only very rare. Then after getting the mumukshutva, then one will get a rare opportunity of the association of a guru. Very rare. So these three things he says is very rare. Human birth, desire of moksha, association with a guru. That is what he says in the third sloka. Fourth to seventh sloka, he again point out to us that one should not waste such a rare opportunity we have. One should not waste this. One should move forward, giving up the worldly attachments. He says all this, people are so much attached to rituals. Spend so much time and money for the rituals. He says none of these rituals, all the different worships are there with us. Learning all the Puranas, Itihasas, so many things that one has to learn. Keep on acquiring the wealth. But none of this will give you liberation unless one gains the self-knowledge, knowing who really you are. That is where he points out to us the Riju Sarpa example. One misunderstood there is a snake because there was not enough light, it was a dim light. He ran away from fear. On the way, somehow he hit a rock and blood came out. He thought the snake bite him. Maybe that's where the blood came. He was so much afraid. He's gone. Then he goes home and he tells his wife, I'm not going to work today because there's a snake, I cannot go to work. Snake bite me. Then the wife says, no, you have to go to work. If you don't go to work, my children will be hungry. So let's take a night in the good light and I will come with you. That they together goes. And the wife is in the front with the bright light, and she finds that is a rope. He showed him, look at this. This bright light, it is not it's not snake, it is rope. Now we realize it. But no matter how much prayers, how much karmas we do, how much yaga, homa we do, that is not going to get rid of his fear until he clearly sees the road. Clearly sees that it is a road. Similarly, we misunderstand this body is I am. Body is me. I am the body. Only where that fear of this body, as soon as we think the body is me, immediately fear comes. Where? All of a sudden, we know day by day our body is deteriorating. Day by day we see some loved ones are leaving us. We get sick. So many issues. Mind is not clear. Sukha, dukkha, always. Everything, if you look at everything is attached to the body. As soon as you realize it, I am not the body, all the fear goes away. But the realization has to be experienced. Not that you read some proportional, you hear some proportional. No. It has to be your own experience. When you experience yourself, then all the fear goes away. That is why he says it should be done with the help of a expert guru. That's what he's going to take us to the next. A sincere seeker should approach a guru, giving up all the pleasures, all the attachments, then inquire into karma. Purifies the mind, but liberation does not come through karma. Karma comes only from the right inquiry, not through the rituals. All the charities we do, pranayama we do, yoga we do, none of those will get rid of the fear. Only through self-inquiry with the help of a great guru. That's what we have studied. Now we also studied from 14 to 17, which takes a little different direction. Now that we understood what is needed, we understood that we have this human body. Unless we proceed further, inquiring into, we will never understand who we really are, and we will always be suffering. To get rid of the complete suffering, one has to realize it, who really he is. Tapatraya, Adhyatmika, Adidevika, Adibhaudika. These Tapatrayas always give us dukkha, sorrows. Adhyatmika, for our bodily issues we have. Sorrows from others. Adi, bhaudika, other beings, people, Adi Devika, tsunami, hurricane, extreme cold, extreme hot, extreme heat, so forth. These Tapatrayas will always be there, and they will be afraid of them. But when we realize that we're not this body, all the fears goes away. And he will teach us, Sankaracharya will teach us further, slowly he takes us step by step for us to reach there. But he says there, now, the success happens how? The success requires a pre-qualification. Now what is a qualification? Viveka, Vairagya, Sama, Dema, Adi. Sama, Dema, Tidiksha, Shraddha, Uparati, Tidiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. Then, Mumukshutva. So these qualifications are required. One should attain this qualification. And he will teach us how to attain that. He will teach us, going forward, he will teach us how to attain that. We will review the fourfold qualifications one more time, because it's always good to remember them. Viveka, Vairagya. We know what Viveka means. You should be able to just, Viveka means literal meaning is good knowledge, very good knowledge. But here it means discrimination between Atma and Anatma. What is Atma? Your soul. Anatma is your body, your subtle body and the gross body. He will teach us what is subtle body, gross body and all that. Let's not dig into right now. He will teach us slowly what is involved in the subtle body, what is involved in the gross body. All that he will teach us. But let us now take it. Subtle body means that this gross body means our body, our hand, normally what we call body. That's what it is. Subtle body is our mind and so forth. There's not more than that, karmendriya, jnanendriya, so forth. But he will teach us that in detail, so we'll see there. But whatever it is, but Viveka is a discrimination between these two. What's Vairagya? Vairagya means you have dispassion. You're not attached. Attachment is not there. This pleasure. You understand? One has to eat. One has to sleep. One has to do different things, but not because of attachment. You do it because that is to take care of your body. That's about it. That is Vairagya. Then Samadhi, Shakka Sampata. That's a third one. We'll look at that, what Samadhi, Shakta Sampata is. But let us leave it. If we dig into right now, we'll be confused. Samadhi, Shakta Sampata, then Mumukshutva. So what are the four? Sadhana Chadushtaya is called Sadhana Chadushtaya. Sadhana means practice. Chadushtaya means four. What is Sadhana Chadushtaya? Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shatka Sampata. Shatka means 6. Shama, Adi, Shakta Sampata, then Mumukshutva. These are the fourfold qualification required for inquiry to start begin. Self-inquiry to start begin. Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shakta Sampata, and then Mumukshutva. Now, what is Shama, Adi, Shakta Sampata? What is that? Shama is a control of the mind. Dhamma is control of the senses. Uparati, withdrawal for distraction. Tidiksha is endurance. Endurance means the small, minor pain to the body, mind. You should be able to withstand that. And you should have endurance for that. Then, faith in the Guru and Shastra. Then the Samadhana, that's one point focus. Then you get Samadhana. So Samadhi Guna Shalinaha is one who has these qualifications. Shama Adi Guna Shalinaha, one who practice this qualification. Shama, Dhamma, Viradi, Diksha, Shraddha, and Samadhana. So we will stop it here and we'll continue from 17. We'll continue in the next session. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah